A quick little nursery tour. To find a home for everything in there. The monitor is all set up. Tuck in there some of these maternity nappies. Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the third and final part of the nesting vlogs. If you have not already watched them and you are interested, I will link part 1 and 2 in the description box for you if you want to go back and watch those. But I am now 38 weeks pregnant, so we are at that time when baby girl could surprise us and come at any moment. And although I am completely expecting to go overdue because I am a first-time mum, I do not want to be caught off guard if she does decide to surprise us and come a little bit early. So over the next couple of days, I want to just wrap everything up so that we are well and truly ready for baby girl to arrive. Alright, so let me just give you a little update on where we are currently at with everything. So it's still a little bit of a mess in here, as you can see. Lots of random stuff still in her cot, so I need to get that sorted out, find a home for everything in there, and then we're gonna like put all of the sheets on. That's some like bathing stuff, so we'll move that into the bathroom. We've got her monitor, baby monitor down there, which we still need to unpack and set up, wrap our heads around how to work it and everything, so we've got to set that up. That's just the nappy caddy that's going to go in our room, so probably going to move that into our room along with the bassinet over the next couple of days, sort some of that out. Her drawers are all sorted out. I did that in the first part, so that is all done. All of her clothes are washed and put away. So that's already done, thankfully. And then I also just want to set up her, what is this thing called? Bouncer thing. Get that set up. And then there's also a little playmat. We might look at getting that set up as well. And then the bassinet is out here. Now this is embarrassing, please do not judge, but this is currently being used as our bin for all of the random little cardboard boxes and everything that we've accumulated from unpacking all the baby stuff. So that's currently being used as a bin, so we need to get that situation sorted out, chuck all that away, and then again get that set up and ready, put the sheets on and everything, and then we'll move that into our room. And then in here we have got her little bottle situation all set up and ready to go. So I've got my Mum Cozy bottle washer and then all of the little bottles and everything there. They all still need to be sterilized, but I'm fairly certain they only stay sterile for like 24 hours, so that is going to have to wait until she is born, because I obviously can't do that preemptively when I have no clue when that's going to be. So that's where we are at with all of that. And then the other thing that we have to get done is we have to put her car seat in, install that in the car. So we picked that up the other day, but we just need to actually put that in the car so that it's ready to go. Alright, her nursery is all done and cleaned up. We just have to go out this weekend and get a couple little finishing pieces, and then I might give you guys a little nursery tour. It's nothing exciting, we're obviously not going crazy. As I said in one of the other vlogs, we're obviously renting, so there's only so much we can do in this room, and we're also on a budget, so again, there is only so much that we can do. But just to document it, might do a little nursery tour. And then the bassinet and nappy caddy are in our room now. This is one of the bassinets that open up and can attach to our bed so that we can just roll over and grab her, but obviously don't want to attach that just yet. Those things are all done. Now we are going to go put in her car seat. So this is the car seat that we're going with. It's just the Priya convertible car seat from Maxi Cozy. We did have our heart set on the Nuna Rilo, which is like the 361, the one that turns around to get Bub in and out to make her life a little bit easier, but they were all out of stock and weren't going to come back in stock until after baby girl is due to arrive. So we just had to decide on this one, and then hopefully we'll get one of the 361s later on. We just picked up a couple things from the shops for her room, so I thought I would show you guys what we got. First thing, not very exciting. None of this is very exciting, but whatever. We got a bin, obviously, for all of her nappies. We were tossing up whether or not we wanted to get one of the proper diaper pails. I think that's what they're called, the like diaper bins that have like the bags in them that wrap up the nappies. We were tossing up whether or not that would be worth getting and worth the money, but we just ended up getting a nice simple bin instead. I got some picture frames, so I got 3 of these ones. So I'm looking at getting some like cute little nursery artwork off Etsy or something, and I kind of want to hang it here, so I'm thinking just like 3, just like a sequence of 3, whatever, just some cute little artwork. Maybe one of the ones that have like her initial or her name or something like that. So got those just to add a little bit of personality to this room, because we can just get like the command hooks that are renter friendly that you can stick on the wall to hang these up. So yeah, we just thought that that would be cute and just add a little bit of something, because the room is quite plain at the moment. Got some more coat hangers because I ran out and we currently have not a single spare coat hanger, so I just want to have some spares in case we get any more clothes. I got one of these little storage tubs. I've already got 2 of these up here storing some clothes and stuff in them, but I just needed an extra one to store a couple more things. And then we got some lamps for the room. So we got these ones from Kmart, the Rowie touch lamp. It's a 2-pack and we only need one, but we really wanted a touch lamp and we couldn't find any that we liked in a single pack, so we had to go with a 2-pack. So that's what she looks like. Very nice and simple. And then for the lamp, we got this globe from Big W. This is the globe that I use in our room. I've talked about in a couple of vlogs how we like to use red light in our room after dark so that the blue lights don't mess with our circadian rhythm and mess with our sleep. So we use red light bulbs after dark. So I obviously wanted to get one for her room as well, because also don't want to mess with her circadian rhythm and mess with her sleep. I'm trying to do everything we possibly can to support her sleep. I know that a lot is out of our control there, but just some little things like this, like using red lights for nighttime, will hopefully help. Alright, now I just want to set up and test out her baby monitor. So we got this one from AliExpress. It's supposed to be like a dupe for the Tweety Cam baby monitor, which is the one we originally had our heart set on. But then I saw a couple people saying that this one, they got this one off AliExpress and it was the exact same. And I like read through all the comments and everyone was saying, like everyone had nothing but positive things to say. So got this one off AliExpress. I think it's like half the price of the Tweety Cam one. It's called the new 5-inch video baby monitor with camera and audio, if you are interested and would like to get it yourself. So it's one of the non-Wi-Fi ones, so that no one can hack into it and watch our child sleep. Alright, the monitor is all set up and ready to go. I need to get a proper stand for that. You can get like a floor stand that kind of like hangs over, but it's just on one of my camera tripods for now. That'll do. So I'm very impressed with the quality. There's my belly. There's me. Very impressed with the quality of this monitor so far. You can see like temperature up the top there, so we can keep an eye on the temperature, make sure it's not too cold for Bub, and then you can also like play like music through it. Hopefully you can hear that. And then I think there's like white noise. Oh, there's birds. I don't know if that's brown noise or white noise. I don't really know the difference. And then that one. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, pretty impressed with that, considering it only cost like half the amount of what we were originally going to spend for a proper monitor. So love that. Now I just want to use this little caddy that I got from Bunnings ages ago and fill this up with a couple postpartum essentials. So I'm going to chuck in there some of these maternity nappies for like fresh postpartum when I'm bleeding a lot. And then some just normal maternity pads for when the bleeding calms down a little bit. And then I've got a packet of the Soothing Postpartum Recovery Wipes from Bubba Bump. These are supposed to be really like soothing and like gentle to use down there when you're like sore and inflamed and dealing with stitches if you tear and all that kind of stuff. Heard really good things about these, so I've got 2 packets of these, one here and then one in my hospital bag, but I'll chuck one here now, and then I'm sure I won't use all of the other pack in hospital, so that will go in here. And then my peri bottle will go here, which is currently in my hospital bag as well. So we will just chuck this right there next to the toilet for nice easy access when I am postpartum. I'm also, if you've had a baby, let me know if you loved them and swore by them or didn't really end up using or needing them. But I'm also still thinking about getting some of the like cooling pads, the ones that you can like stick in the freezer, or I think some of them have like a gel in them that just feels cooling that you like put in your undies, and I think it helps to reduce inflammation or something like that and reduce the pain. So still potentially need to get some of those. So let me know if you think they are a must-have or not. And then also for postpartum, in my bedside table, I've just chucked some ibuprofen and paracetamol in case I need some pain relief. And then I also want to get some TMI, so sorry, but some like constipation relief tablets. I've heard that that's like a must-have postpartum, so that it's a lot easier to go to the toilet and you don't have to push really hard, which I assume would be really uncomfortable if you're already really sore down there. So you need to get some like constipation relief tablets. And then I've also just got a packet of protein bars in case I get hungry in the middle of the night. I do want to get a couple more snacks to put in here and just build up a stash of snacks for the overnight feeds, but I don't really know what to get that is nourishing but also non-perishable, so I can leave it in here. I'm obviously someone that cares about like nourishing my body with like good Whole Foods. So these protein bars aren't necessarily the best option ingredients wise and all of the things, but I also think that convenience is important sometimes. So despite not being the best ingredients, I still think it's important to have some of those in there, because it's better to eat something that isn't perfect than not eat it all. So I've got those in there, and then I've just got to toss up what else I think would be good to have in here that is, yeah, non-perishable and doesn't need to be in the fridge or whatever. It is about a week later now. I am now 39 weeks and 3 days pregnant, and baby girl's nursery is completely done, mostly done. There's still like a couple of tiny little things that we want to do over time, but like nothing important and nothing that can't wait. So it's definitely ready for her. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick little nursery tour. Her nursery isn't anything exciting. We didn't go above and beyond decorating it or anything like that, but I just still thought it would be cute to show you guys around, document this for me to look back on in the future. Alright, so here is an overview of her room. Over here we have got her cot. So this cot is from IKEA. It's the Snigler cot. Very cost-effective cot. We got this for like $80 or something like that. That was on sale, but even full price, I think it's only $180 or something like that. Honestly, we loved the look of this one. Very simple, exactly the color we were going for, so we didn't see the use in getting a more expensive cot when we liked this one. So the Snigler cot from IKEA. We've got these random little bows just hung on the end here. This is just some leftover ribbon that we had from her baby shower. They're probably not going to stay there. We just chucked them there on a whim. So that, couple little toys up there. They're obviously not going to stay there when she's in the bed. Then we've got her little bouncer down here. This is just the Relax bouncer from Django. That's obviously not going to live there. It's going to move around the house wherever we need it. Thankfully, it is very lightweight, which is what I wanted to go for. I didn't want to get one of the expensive bouncers that were like electronic and could rock them and stuff like that, just because I wanted one that was lightweight and really easy to move around the house wherever I needed it. So that's that. And then we've got the little nursing feeding corner. So the bedside table there, that is from Kmart. I can't remember what it's called, but I really like her. I think she's very cute. And then we've just got a couple books and stuff being stored down there. Those are just the flowers that we displayed at her baby shower. So I thought that that would be cute to have there. And then we've got our nursing chair, which is the Henry chair from Il Tutto. She is electric, which is really cool, and I'm sure will come in very, very handy. We weren't sure if we were going to be able to get a electric chair just because it's obviously a lot more expensive, but we went to a baby expo and we were able to get the floor display one. So love that. And then it's got a little USB slot on the side. So there's a phone charger here, which will be very useful, I'm sure. And then we've got the lamp. You guys will probably be a bit confused because you would have seen me buy those little lamps from Kmart. I pulled them out, tried putting one there, and absolutely hated it. It was tiny and it just looked very weird and out of place. So this lamp was in our bedroom, but I ended up putting that in here and then putting those little lamps in our bedroom, and we really love it and think it looks a lot better. So there's just something about the nice big lamp hanging over the chair that I think just makes the corner feel a little bit more complete. So that lamp is from Kmart like 2 years ago or something. I don't think they sell it anymore. And then her little dresser and change station. So this is the Blair drawers from Mocha. And then on top we've got the slim change mat in a crew from Henley, some wipes and some nappy bags. And then in the first drawer here, We've got nappies, a bunch of backup wipes, and then just a couple little things like some sunscreen and barrier cream and stuff like that. And then her nail file back there. And then I've got all of her muslin wraps, a swaddle, I can't remember what this is called, the jersey wrap swaddle. And then just another little swaddle there, which is super cute. And then all of her Love to Dream sleep sacks are there. And then down here I've just got a bunch of the terry toweling nappies. I've mentioned this a couple times, but we're just gonna keep those all around the house to use as burp cloths and just to clean up mess and all that kind of thing. And then over this side we've got all of her socks, her beanies and hats, and a couple little mittens. We've got her bibs there, dummies, and then there's just some like nappy bags getting stored up the back there, and just some random stuff. And then the start of her clothes. So this is looking a little bit empty at the moment because I've got lots of clothes in her hospital bag, but in this drawer I've just got all of her newborn size long sleeve zip up onesies. So that's all of those there, and then just some little leggings and pants. And then this drawer is the next size up, so 30, so that's newborn, so 40, and this is 30, so like 0 to 3 months. Again, all of the long sleeve zip up onesies, and then some pants, and then some little singlets. So that is that. And then hanging above it here, we've got this cute little 3-piece artwork set thing. I actually used ChatGPT to create this, and you can kind of tell if you look too close, but I just really wanted a cute set of like 3 artwork to hang on the wall. And I was looking everywhere on Etsy to try and buy off someone and support an artist or something like that, but I just didn't have a huge budget to pay someone to make something from scratch, and all of the like pre-made ones on Etsy just weren't quite what I wanted. So I took to ChatGPT, and it was a pain in my butt, and there was lots of back and forth, but we eventually came up with this. It's not perfect, but I think it's really cute, and if you look at it from a distance, I feel like it makes the space a little bit more personal, a little bit more girly. So we've obviously got her little initial there, and then some duckies on the side. Ducks are just like a thing in mine and Lucas's relationship, so that's why I went with the duck theme. And I don't know, I love her. I feel like she's really cute. And then her wardrobe. So all of her clothes in here. These are just being separated by the clothing dividers from Kmart, so they're divided by size. And all of her clothes are hanging up there. And then I've got her laundry basket there. There's also a bin there next to this. I forgot to mention that. So bin there, laundry basket there inside the wardrobe. And then just a couple of extra nappy caddies, which I'm sure we will find a place for at some point. And then up the top, I've got these storage bins from Kmart, and then these labels are from Kmart as well. So I've got all of her clothes that are gonna go in her drawers that are above 3 months. I do have anything above 3 months that goes on a hanger that is already hanging up, but the stuff for above 3 months that needs to go in the drawers is just up there because there's no space in the drawers at the moment. And then I've got backup wipes, backup nappies, haven't labeled that yet, but that's some baby shower stuff in there, and then just a couple little things, and then her little play mat thing down there, which we'll set up once she's here. And then that's just her carrier in that bag. And then if we go out into our bathroom, this is where we have our little bottle station set up. So we've got our bottle cleaner and sanitizer here, and then these drawers with all of the bottles in them. Then that little tub over there just has all of her bathing supplies. And then lastly, in our room, we've got the bassinet. This is the, I can't remember the name of it, but the bassinet from Baby B. And then down the bottom there, I'm just storing some puppy change mats and all of the backup sheets and mattress protectors. I was going to put those in our linen cupboard, but I figured for convenience it'd just be smart to just keep them in the bottom there, because I'm sure we'll go through a lot of sheets. And then the baby monitor, and then her little nappy caddy. So that is our complete setup for baby girl. I think we can now safely say that we are ready whenever she is. So the nursery is all done, hospital bags are all packed apart from just a couple little last minute things that we can't pack yet. I didn't end up filming any of this, but we also bought ourselves a standalone freezer and we filled that with lots of meal prep. We've made up some like spaghetti bolognese, lasagnas, roast potatoes, mini quiches, beef stews, a couple of little things like that. So we've got a freezer full of food to help make our lives a little bit easier when Bubby's here and we don't have as much time on our hands. Car seats in and ready to go. So yeah, we are good to go. This very well could be the last video that you see from me being pregnant. That's if I even get this edited and up in time. I could go into labour tonight for all I know, but this very well could be the last video that you see of me pregnant. And I will probably have a bobber next time I pick up this camera and next time you see me. So that's just a little bit crazy. But thank you so much for coming along this journey with me. Thank you for coming along, setting up nesting and setting up the nursery, but also just coming along my pregnancy in general. I can't believe that this chapter is about to close and a new chapter is about to begin. We're gonna have a child. Like, what do you mean? Lucas and I just keep looking at each other and being like, we're about to have a child, like a literal human to feed and look after and keep alive, and just everything's about to change and it's gonna be so beautiful. But yeah, it is just crazy. So thank you for being here. I love and appreciate you so very much, and I can't wait to document this next chapter of my life as well. Hopefully I have the capacity to vlog and document the newborn stages and everything beyond that. We'll see, no promises of course, but we'll see, fingers crossed. But yeah, thank you for being here. I love and appreciate you, and I will see you whenever I see you next.